So you may notice that things look a little bit darker than normal here in my studio. And that is because the lights that I was using had to go back to the person I was borrowing them from. And today we have some studio upgrades to make a video on. And before we actually even get into this, let me know how many of you even care about stuff like this. We're gonna be opening up a brand new light kit that I got for this studio, and I'll show you individually as we go the effect that each light that I have has on the look of all of this. And yeah, so without any further delay, let's get right on into it. I thought, I have these lights, I might as well make a video out of opening them, and I'm stoked about it because I've heard good things about these lights. So we have the Great Video Maker GVM 520 LS lights here. And whoa. First of all, it comes in a really nice kit, and I'm stoked for having one, my own lights, and two, legit lights for this studio. Cool. Here are the lights themselves. I've got to say right out of the box, the aluminum of these and just the look in general is very, very solid feeling to me. So these are 520 LEDs, meaning that there are 520 LEDs on this panel, and they're bicolor, meaning that half of them are daylight, half of them are, I forget the other thing, but immediately out of the box, these appear a bit gnarlier than the ones that I had. So that's what the lights themselves look like. There's also a diffuser that comes with it that I will definitely be using. So I'm just gonna toss it in here. I'm gonna put the frosted side out. I don't know if it makes a difference. Let's get this in here. There's a slot for it. So those are the lights. There's 3 of these in this kit. They all come with the diffuser. They're all the same light. And it comes with this really nice box or carrying case too. So let's check out what else is in here. Studio upgrades, it's exciting. What is this? Okay, we have all of the power cords. So 3 power cords. I have no idea what those cables are, but there's 3, me almost tripping. 3 light stands as well. So the carrying case is made to hold all of these. And I was curious about these light stands because I knew it would be very easy for these to just be like super cheapo light stands that aren't really worth much. Come on, there we go. All right. So they're actually not bad. I mean, yeah, they got a lot of plastic on them, but they're gonna work for my purpose. And they go really high up too. I mean, tighten this down, this one, and then that one. It goes almost to the ceiling in here, which I definitely don't need. Probably only really need it to be like right here. Grab our light, pop it on here, tighten that down, and there we go. That seems pretty good. So let's grab a power cord and let's see how this light looks turned on. Plug this in here. And we have 2 switches on here, one for, I'm assuming, daylight, and one for the other. Woohoo. Just kidding, I'm an idiot. One is for batteries and one is for the power adapter. So that is extremely bright. That's max, that's min, And then this is what I was talking about with the color temperature. So you can see there, that is super yellow. Wow, it gets pretty bright. And then that is blue. And if you look closely here and we stop down the lens, you can see when we turn the notch this way, we have the yellow. Now both are on, and we go this way and we just have the daylight. So I'm imagining that it's gonna be a right in the middle scenario for me. Let's brighten this back up. Probably gonna be a right in the middle scenario for me, and then I'm gonna crank it as bright as it will go, because these lights are gonna go bouncing off the walls to not have this crazy harsh look that you see right now. This is not what it's supposed to look like. So I think at this point, I need to get the other stands out, get the lights on them, get my thumbnail, and then I'll show you what each individual light and the impact it has on this setup does. Turn that down. There we go. Look at that. And there we have it. The lights are all on. Let's adjust the aperture on the lens. We've got some gnarliness going on, but I'm trying to figure out a thumbnail here. But we have all three lights on and we're getting somewhere. Studio upgrades. Let's get rid of this super crazy bright mess here and let's show you the impact these can have on this setup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn them all off. They're all set to the same brightness level. I guess I could show you that real quick before you don't really see them anymore. But when we turn it on, we see that we have this adjustment. So it goes all the way from 3200 Kelvin up to 56. I just set it at 42 and then figured out some brightness. You can see it goes from 10 to 99. And I do believe these are app controllable too, so that's a thing as well. But obviously, you know, this is way too bright and this is not the ideal setup to have for these. So I've got to strategically place these and then we'll show you exactly what they do. And here we are, camera set up with no lights turned on in this room other than the ceiling lights above me. Now let's turn on one light and see the difference it makes. And here's what it looks like with just one light turned on. It's one light to my left here that is bouncing off the ceiling. And once I get them all turned on, I'll show you the exact setup that we're working with. But this is one light. Now let's turn on a second. And this is what it looks like to have two of the lights turned on. This one is to my right, bouncing off of the ceiling at me. And you can see that kind of both sides of me are filled in evenly at this point, which makes a little bit more flat of lighting. So let's go ahead and turn on the third and show you what that does. And there we go. We have the third light turned on. It is directly in front of me, but not pointing directly at me, more or less pointing this direction because it gets the unboxing table at the same time. It's so much brighter. Everything's more vibrant and way nicer than that super dull look that we had at the beginning with no lights whatsoever. So, and for those of you who actually wanted to see the lights, where they're set up and how they're set up, there's one to my left here, like I said, bounce off the ceiling, one in the middle, bounce off the ceiling, and then one to the right, bouncing off the ceiling. I'll probably tinker with it a little bit more here and there to try and refine everything and get it perfect, but in general, this is how things will look. And I also even picked up some sound dampening foam that Victoria got me for Christmas, so I'll hang that up soon as well, and the audio should see improvements with that. So if you guys don't care about this whatsoever, I'm sorry. I hope you can just skip over this one and wait for the next. But if you do, let me know. Thanks for watching it, and we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Goodbye.